Hare Krishna. Hello friends, how are you all doing? I hope you all are doing well. This is Ritendra. I'm preacher of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And in previous lecture, actually, I was talking about the symptoms of Kalyuga. And in this lecture, I would convey the characteristics of Kalki incarnation of Lord Sri Hari Vishnu. Lord Sri Hari Vishnu. So in previous video, actually, I was talking about the particular duration of life will become a 50 years. This is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. But I would like to introduce Srimad Bhagavatam before all of you. This is Srimad Bhagavatam 12 canto, and this is most authentic source. And this is actually written by Sri Bhakti Vedanta Lama Prabhupada from ISKCON temple, and this is the most authentic source. Neither Srimad Bhagavad Gita nor Srimad Bhagavatam both are not religious book nor spiritual book, but in truth is pure book, the science and humanity. And I'm trying to propagate a humanity on the basis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, and trying to morally motivate to those people who are actually frustrated and attempt to commit suicide on the basis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So let's get into the maximum duration of life for the human being. For the human being, this is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. So listen it very carefully. The maximum duration of life for human being in Kali Yuga will become a 50 years. And when the Kali Yuga become end, the bodies of the all creature will be greatly reduced in the size. Will be reduced in the size, and the release principle of the follower of the Varnashram will be renewed. Varnashram. So Chaturvarna Maya Srishta Guna Karma Vivagasya. This is stated by Lord Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Here Lord Krishna states Chaturvana Maya Srushta Guna Karma Vivagasya. According to quality the particular person has acquired, I have divided the society in a four division according to on the basis of the quality the particular person has acquired. And the path of the Vedas will be completely forgotten in the human society. The path of the Vedas will totally be completed forgotten in the human society, and so-called religion will become a mostly aesthetics, and the king will mostly be thieves, and occupation of the men will be stealing. The occupation of the men will be stealing, and the lying and needless violence, and the all the social class will be reduced to the lowest level of the sudras. All the social class will be reduced to the lowest level of the sudras, and cow will be like a god. People would love to sacrifice cow, and spiritual hermitages will be no different from the mundane houses, and the family ties will extend to the further than the immediate bondage of the marriage. The most plants and herbs will be tiny, and all the tree will appear like a draft cemeteries, and cloud will be full of lighting, and homes will be devoid of the pity, and all the human beings will have become like ashes. And at the time the supreme personality of Godhead, why does Lord Krishna to take a birth on this material world? Here said at that time this when these all things will happen and started to happen at that time, the supreme personality of Godhead will appear on the earth, acting with the power of the spiritual goodness, and he will rescue entire religion. He will rescue entire religion. Here Krishna stated nam यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम धर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतिता धर्म संस्थापना अर्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. यह कृष्णा स्टेटेड जब जब धर्म में हानि होती है, अधर्म में वृद्धि होती है, तब तब सत्पुरुष के उद्धार के लिए और धर्म की पुनः स्थापना के लिए मैं ही जन्म लेता हूँ, और ये प्रत्येक युग में होता आया है और आगे भी ऐसा ही होगा. दिस इज स्टेटेड बाय माधव मधुसूदन मुकुंदा मुरारी केशवा जनार्दना गोविंद गोवर्धना वासुदेव माधव मधुसूदना केसी सूदना वासुदेव. Yes, stated the supreme personality of God is the spiritual master of all the moving and non-moving being, the supreme soul of all, take a birth to protect the principle of the religion take a birth to protect the principle, to protect the principle of religion, and relieve his centenary devotee from the reaction of the material world. Lord Kalki, why does? What is the reason behind the appearance of the Lord Kalki and what are the characteristics? Let's get into. Lord Kalki will appear in the home of the most eminent Brahmana. Lord Kalki, Bhagwan Kalki will appear in the home of the most eminent Brahmanas of the Sambhala village, the great soul of the Vishnu Yasyaha, the great soul of the Vishnu Yasyaha, Sambhala village. Actually, I would say Sambhala village located in South India. I don't know exactly where in South India, but actually the Kalki incarnation will be from South India. Lord Kalki, the Lord of Universe, Lord Kalki, the Lord of Universe, will mount his swift horse, will mount in his swift horse, Devadanta, and also sword in his hand, and travel over the earth, and travel over the earth, and exhibiting his eight mystic opulence, and eight special quality of Godhead. He will have a eight special quality of Godhead, and displaying his unequal effulgence and riding with a great speed, and he will kill by the millions those who thrives and who have dead dressed as a king, dead dressed as a king, who are thieves, who are actually robbers. The Kalki incarnation, once he took a birth, then he will kill thousands of the thieves people. अथ त्रेषः भविष्यन्ति मनसि विशदानि वेह वासुदेवाः वरं गतः गति पुण्यगन्धः नीलस्फुषसामः पौरजानः पदः वे हत्वेन खिलस्य दृश्यसो. Here stated, after all the imposture king, after all imposture king have been killed, the resident of the cities and the town will fill the breezes, carrying the most sacred fragrance of the sandalwood paste. After killing of all the thieves king, all the robbers king, then the sacred fragrance of the sandalwood paste will be in a breeze, will be in the wind, and other decoration of Lord Vasudev, and their minds will thereby become a transcendental pure. And some people, the thieves will be killed, then other people's mind will be pured, and they will go for transcendental pureness. This is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam. So once the Kalki incarnation took birth, then this will happen. When the Lord Vasudeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, appear in their heart in his transcendental form of goodness, and cities remaining cities will abundantly repopulate to the earth. Remaining city will get repopulated to the earth. And when Lord Vasudeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, appear on in the heart, in their hearts, in his transcendental form of goodness, Lord Vasudeva, these people, the robbers, will be killed by Kalki incarnation of Lord Sri Hari Vishnu. Then Lord Vasudeva will appear in the other people's heart and make other people's heart very pure. Remaining people, the people who will not be killed by Lord Kalki, then these people's heart will be converted into the pureness. When the Supreme Lord has appeared on the earth as a Kalki, when Supreme Personality Godhead, Vasudeva, Krishna, Madhusudan, Mukunda, Murari, Kesava, Janardana, Govind, Gopala, Kesava, Madhava, Madhusudana, when appear on the earth as a Kalki, the maintainer of the religion, Satya Yuga will begin. The maintainer of religion, Satyug will begin. And the human society will bring a fourth progeny in the mode of the goodness. Fourth progeny in the mode of goodness. From the after killing of the all the thieves and robbers and all the destruction of the adharma, then Satyuga will begin. Satyuga will be started when the moon and sun Brahaspati are together in the constellation Kartaka. In the constellation Kartak, Kartak month is very dear to Lord Krishna, and all three enter simultaneously into the lunar mansion Pushyaha at the exact moment of the age of Satyuga or Kartaka will begin. So in the Kartik month, Satyug will be started in the month of Kartik. So Kartik month is very famous and very dear to Lord Krishna. Thus I have described all the kings, past, present and future, who belong to the dynasty of the sun and moon. From your birth up to the coronation of the king Nanda, 1150 years will pass, and of the seven stars forming the constellations of the seven sages, Pulaha and Kratu are the first to rise in the night sky. Pulaha and Kratu are the first to rise in the night sky. If the line running north and also south were drawn through their mind point, and whichever of the lunar mansions and this line passes through is said to be the ruling aestheticism of the constellation from at that time, and the seven sages will remain a connection with that particular lunar mansion and for 100 human year, and currently during your lifetime they are situated into nakshatra called Magha. Maga Nakshatra. These all things mentioned. The actually all entire solar system is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. And Lord Sri Krishna actually show entire solar system on his mouth when Lord Krishna was actually 2 years old. The Supreme Lord is a brilliant like a sun and is known as a Krishna. The Supreme Lord Madhav is a brilliant like a sun and that is known as a Lord Krishna. And when he returned to the spiritual sky, the Kali entered in this world. Kalki entered in this world and people then began to take a pleasure in sinful activities. As long as Lord Sri Krishna, the husband of Goddess Fortune, Goddess Lakshmi, the husband of Goddess Fortune, Goddess Lakshmi, and touched the earth with his lotus feet, and Kali was powerful to subdue this planet. Kali was powerless to subdue this planet. Powerless. Kalyuga become powerless. Now Kalyuga is very powerful. And but when Lord Krishna touched on this earth with his lotus feet, श्री हरि कृष्णा श्री वासुदेव कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरिये परमात्मने प्रणत क्लेश नाशाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरिये परमात्मने प्रणत क्लेश नाशाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरिये परमात्मने Pranatkleshanasaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. When Lord Krishna touched on this earth with his lotus feet, then Kalyuga become a powerless. When the constellation of the seven sages is passing through the lunar mason Magaha, the age of Kalyuga begin, and this comprises 1200 years of the demigod. 1200 years, 1200 years of the demigod. When the great sages of the Saptarshi constellation passes from the Magha to Purva, Kali will have all full strength and begin from the king Nanda and his dynasty. And those who scientifically understand the past declare that one every day that Lord Krishna depart from the spiritual world and the influence of the age of the Kali become. And after the 1000 celestial year of Kali Yuga, 1000 celestial year of Kali Yuga, the Satyuga will manifest again. The Satyuga will manifest again, and at that time the mind of all men will become a self-effulgent. The mind of all men will become a self-effulgent. Thus, I have described here Maharaj Parikshit and Gosukdev Goswami stated, I have described the royal dynasty of Manu, and it is none on this earth. And one can similarly study the history of the Vaishya, Shudra, and also Brahmanas living in the various ages. Living in the various ages. These all things are stated. And the personalities who were great soul are now known only by their names. The personality who were great soul. Listen it very carefully. What will happen in Kalyuga? In the personality who were great soul now known only by their names, and they exist only in the account from the past, and only their fame remain on the earth. Only the fame remain on the earth. And Devapi, the brother of Maharaj Santanu and Maru, and also Maru, and descendant of the Ikshvaku, both possess a great mystic strength, are living even now in the village of Kalapa. At the end of the age of Kali Yuga, these two kings having received the instruction directly from the Lord Personal Supreme Personality Godhead Lord Vasudev Krishna, they will receive Maharaj Ikshvaku and also Devapi, both will get instruction from Lord Sri Hari Vishnu, Lord Krishna Vasudev, and instruction directly from the Supreme Personality Godhead Lord Vasudev, and will return to the human society and re-establish the eternal religion of the man, eternal re-establishment of the eternal religion of the man, and characterized by the division of the Varna Ashramaha, Varnashramaha, Varna and Shrama, just as it was before, as before, just as it was before. And the same Varnashrama systems will be re-established by Devapi and also Ikshvaku, and they will get a direct instruction from Lord Sri Hari Vishnu, Lord Krishna, Lord Madhava, Lord Madhusudana, Lord Mukunda, Lord Murari, Lord Keshava. The cycle of the four age, Satyuga, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali, will continue perpetually among all the living beings on this earth and repeating the same general sequence of the event. The same general sequence of the event. Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali. Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali. Listen it very carefully. The cycle of the four ages: Satyug, Treta Yug, Dwapar Yug, and Kali Yug. Satyug, Treta Yug, Dwapar Yug, and Kali Yug. My dear Parikshit Maharaj, all these kings I have described as well as other human beings come to this earth and they stake their claims, but ultimately they all must give up this world and meet their destruction. These all things, entire world, nothing will remain, nothing is permanent, everything will be destroyed. Here clearly stated, ultimately they all must give up this world. This ultimately they all must give up this world and meet their destruction. And even though the person's body may now have the destination king, in the end its name will be worms and stool and also ashes. And what can a person who injuries other livings beings for for the sake of his body, none about his own self-interest, and since his activities are simply leading to him to hell. Actually, if we are hurting to someone, if we are destroying someone, if we are harming to someone for sake of our body, then our body will be destroyed. It will be converted into the worm and stool and also by ashes or ashes. So why we are hurting to someone? We don't have to hurt someone. This is clearly stated. To hurt someone will definitely lead all of us toward the hell. This is stated in this chapter. The materialistic king thinks this unbounded earth was held by the predecessors and is now under my sovereignty. And how can I arrange for it to remain in the hand of my son, grandson, and also other descendant? And my dear king, here, although the foolish accept the body made of earth, water, and fire as me, and this earth as mine, the body actually form earth, water, and fire, and foolish people will think this entire earth will be mine. So this will never happen. And in the every case, they will ultimately abandon both their body and the earth and passes away into the oblivion passes away into the oblivion. People will forget oblivion. It will totally be forgotten by the people. Nobody will think about you once you die. People, nobody will keep you within a 24 hours in your home. Nobody will keep you in from your family. How much they love you, how much means they will love you most, even if They will not keep your dead body in their home. Within a within a 24 hours they will perform last rites. And my dear King Parikshit, all these kings who tried to enjoy the earth by their strength were reduced by the force of the time to nothing more than historical account, nothing more than historical accounts. So this is all about the Kalki incarnation, the quality of Lord Kalki, the supreme personality of God at Vasudev, Krishna, Madhusudan, Mukunda, Murari, Kesava, Janardana, Govind, Gopala, Kesava, Madhava. So I would say this in Srimad Bhagavatam we all have to read and we all have to understand why we are harming to someone, why we are actually hurting to someone. We don't have to hurt anybody's, because hurting to someone will definitely lead all of us toward the hell. So we just have to understand these things. I hope you all can understand. If you are having any questions, any doubt, then please kindly put a comment. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Jai Sri Radhe.